It's Veterans Day. Today we honor all of the members of the armed services. We have a brief ceremony we're going to go through here for you today, and then you're all invited back to the Legion Post down here on the left for some refreshments afterwards. Taking part in the ceremony today, we have Jim Brown, who is acting as our commander. We have Jeannie McDermott, who's the auxiliary chaplain. Dee Colty, the president of the auxiliary. Kelly Licata, who serves many roles in the auxiliary. And Steve McClafferty, who serves many roles with the Sons of the Legion. And I'm Mark Colty, and I'm the 4th District Commander of the Sons of the American Legion. And I turn this over to our acting commander.
Good morning. We're going to start the ceremony with a chaplain will offer a prayer.
Uncover.
O God of hosts, we bow our heads in thankfulness for the victories thou hast granted us, to us and to those people who have united us with the stamp of the out of the evil of aggression and intolerance and degrees. We beseech these to bring the blessings of understanding to the families and friends in this and other lands of those who have given their lives that men may be free. Grant, O Lord, that of those closest to the fallen many mingles of pain of their losses with the noble light of sacrifice of citizenship. Sacrifice for a better world for this and other generations to yet unborn. Grant us to, O Lord, the courage to so live with the families and nations around the world that the end of strife will be beginning and the ending of peace. Endurance of peace. Grant us patience in planning with all other fellow men and women a world in which nations may resolve their differences and by peaceful means. Touch those of the souls of people in every land with the enduring light of wisdom, so that they may form a brotherhood which will strive to further the arts of peace under law and ethics, blessed by those thy love. Grant us now the continuous blessings upon unity and strength that makes the victory possible in the world, that we may win with greater victory of peace. Amen.
Amen.
On this day, Veterans Day, we commemorate the services of veterans of all wars. Remember how men and women set aside their civilian pursuits to serve their nation's cause, defending freedom of mankind, preserving our precious American heritage. We believe our strength in the field of battle, on the supply lines which nourished our armed might, and lay in the justice of our causes against forces of evil. We believe our determination made us better warriors because we fought for our minds, our hearts, as well as our bodies. We recognize the services to our country, and her cause does not end with termination of military service. We continued our endeavors on behalf of men and women who gave their lives as part of the cost of this noble causes. Our blood and sweat, we learned of purpose, sacrifice, tolerance, bravery, and discipline. These are the solid foundation stones upon which a great nation is built. In our continued quest for honorable world peace, we must cultivate these virtues.
The waging of war involves more than just the combatants who fight to the death on the field of battle. The fighting forces begin at the fireside and in the hometowns. The repercussions of war's terrible brutality have chilled the heart and dimmed the hopes and dreams of many a loved one left behind on the home front. While the horrors of the battlefield may not have been our experience, we have lived with the terrifying loneliness created to answer an aggressor's challenge. In waging war, we have moved forward with the unity of purpose, which made us strong, forgetting pettiness, egotism, and pride. Our hearts beat in tune with those in other nations, fighting for freedom and the dignity and opportunity of mankind. In our constant quest for an honorable world peace, there is need for unity of purpose if we truly are to move toward a brighter tomorrow. If there be glory in war, it is the almost incredible spirit which it engenders. Those who offered their lives sacrificed their all with magnificent abandon. Heroism becomes contagious, yet too, in warfare, greed and brutality are epidemic. Too often, it is these latter which persist in the peace that follows. Let us strive to see the same spirit of self-sacrifice is cultivated in peace as has been exhibited in war. It behooves us to rear new standards of success, to inspire youth in peace as youth was inspired in war. Public honor must be given where public honor is due, not to the manipulator of a market, the seeker after profit, power, or position, but rather, let us honor the heroes of science who alleviate human suffering and carry to greater heights the standards of civilization. Let us honor those who in public service seek not how much they may secure from the nation, but how much they can give. Let us honor those who devote their lives to that education, which will lead our children on to live and laugh and learn and love, as we have only dreamed of doing. Let us honor those veterans who carry into ordinary affairs of life a noble idealism and sincere capacity for self-devotion. Let us translate the devotion of war into a devotion of peace. Let us will to live as well as die for our country.
The hurts of war fall alike upon those who wear the same uniform, no matter how they may differ in race, creed, or culture. Those who fight together suffer together to achieve a common aim. In the similarity of battle dress, there's a common denominator, the common purpose, the sharing of danger and suffering, which brings in time of war a tolerance which adds strength to the cause. As we put aside the brown and blue and green fabrics that made us one people on the battlefields, we can hold in our minds that tolerance we have achieved. In tolerance there is progress toward a better and happier world.
Courage is one of the virtues born of war. The courage of individuals in the face of danger, and the courage of nations to protect the weak and punish the aggressor. There is bravery to be shown in peace as well. May we recapture the courage which turned the wilderness into cities that bound men together under government. We shall turn slums into comfortable homes, turn uncertainty into certainty. We can reach new heights of civilization and opportunity for the men and women of this nation if we have the courage to expect and work for a better way of life. There can be a romance in this challenge also. The bravery that fights for political, social, economic, and spiritual gains may be more difficult to practice, may be unsung when achieved, but it is all the more worth striving for.
War has taught us the lesson of obedience to command. The game is more than the player, and the ship is more than the crew. There is a greater discipline we must now pursue if we are to preserve the virtue of obedience in our quest for an honorable world peace. That is obedience to the laws we ourselves make, the voluntary discipline of citizenship. Under our system of government, we may change the laws by majority rule. We may persuade our neighbors to new theories and to new courses of action. We may advocate in free election the choices of veterans or other plans. As good citizens, we follow the choice of the majority, whether that choice agrees with the individual or not. There is a virtue of discipline which must be ours in peace. This is the lesson we must learn at home, in our schools, on our playing fields, in social organizations, in the community, and in our nation. It is the lesson of voluntary obedience to the decisions of the majority. We must not be unmindful either of the conclusions of other people with whom we have joined in the quest for this honorable world peace. This is the higher order of discipline.
In time of peace, we can use the embodied virtues of war and put behind its ugliness and suffering. In peace, we shall go forward together to scale new heights in achievement and utility of purpose, and sacrifice for the common good, and tolerance for those of different faiths, creeds, and the bravery to fight for social and economical gains, and in the discipline of good citizenship, we shall move forward in the sight of God as a strong nation in a peaceful world.
That concludes our ceremony here today. Thank you from all of us, to all the veterans who are here for your service, and also to all the veterans who could not be here today.